Good afternoon, traders. Joseph here from Eightcap. Welcome to today's update. Also, big hello to the Trading View community as well. So, the pound to the dollar on the daily chart. Now, we've had a bit of an interesting, 24 hours, say, with the dollar. So, the dollar did move lower pretty sharply overnight, and did see risk markets tear up. And you can see, the effects here with the pound. And you can also, the dollar, to the Aussie and the euro also had really good days to the dollar as well. Now, we do wonder, is this just a short-term move, or is there something a bit more to this? The Aussie, obviously is tearing away today to different reasons. That's with the CPI coming in hotter than expected, which could have ramifications for interest rates, mainly, staying on hold longer than expected or hoped. So that is obviously a factor there. But when we look at the pound, for instance, we have this really nice single session yesterday. It had a very nice move higher, but we've come back to this resistance area here, and this resistance area is really the focus point at the moment, because it does still hold price in a continuation type pattern at this stage to the downside. So the trend is obviously still down after we put in that final high after this rally here, and then we put in a lower high, lower low, and then the series continues, and we broke that trend as well. So broke out of a bit of a consolidation type pattern there as well. But inside there, we can see that trend structure is starting to take shape after that fast trend break. So moving down to this final low we've put in here, we are still wondering now, are we going to see this pattern continue? Are we going to, maybe do we see one more rally up into this area here, and then that forms that lower high, and then do we see a move down to form a new lower low? That's some of the questions I'm sort of asking at the moment. Now, with the dollar, has the dollar got further to go? And if it does, we should see that push higher. Now, if the dollar does see a snapback, and it's still in a decent looking uptrend, if you do have a look at the dollar index at the moment, I was close to doing a video about the continuation on that, but I think we need to see what happens with the dollar next. We have a move down or up. Now that should give this price structure here a little bit more shape. This is a nice bullish bar, but at the moment it does have a little bit more to prove with this resistance breaking that area. If we did see a small move down, and then we had like a close and then a new low inside this bar, that could be a good sign, and then that does put in a higher low. And then if we break that resistance and go to the upside, we're going to switch towards more long outlook, and then to see if we can get back up to test and break this trend line. If that does occur, then obviously the dollar's declining, and we'll be looking for a new move to start to push higher. This would be your next level of resistance, ideally after a move through this area here, and that's obviously after a break of this resistance point here. Now, if we do see a move back down to this area, we'll look for higher lows and new moves down to test this low. A break of that low, and we'll be looking for price to continue lower. That will then obviously entail that the US dollar index is forming a continuation higher. So there's not a lot of pound news coming out this week. There's a couple of very light impact news pieces, data pieces coming out. I think the key one's going to be advanced GDP, and that's coming out for the USD, obviously unemployment claims as well. Then we have the that core PCE price index coming out this week as well. So these are all dollar influences, and we'll need to keep an eye on them, because they obviously, how the dollar moves is going to have an influence on this price structure and price picture that we're looking at here. Another one as well to watch on Friday is the Bank of Japan. If we did see any type of firm intervention from the Bank of Japan, or any type of shift from last month's meeting, that could also have a bit of an impact on some risk currencies as well, depending on what comes out. So it normally doesn't have too much of an impact on, say, the USD to the pound, the pound USD, but if it is hot enough, it can have an influence. So we'll check that out on Friday as well. But just to recap today, price structure, we've got a bit of a bull fight back. We've got resistance in play. We're still in a downtrend. We've put in a nice looking low. Are we going to see a new move up? a higher low and then a new move higher with the dollar moving lower, or do we see a move up, a failed high, a failure to get really above this area, and then we see a new move down to test this low or break it with a continuation lower? So a few things we're just weighing up with the pound at the moment, and so that's some of our thoughts really at the moment. Let me know what you think, if you do think we've missed anything, and so just some thoughts and analysis over the cable. So thank you very much for your time, and wish you all the best. And we do have a day off tomorrow here as we observe Anzac Day, so we'll be back on Friday. We're wishing you best with your trading until then, and bye for now.